You need a mentor, bro. You need a mentor. I can't even lie. Now, I'm so grateful to God for the kind of mentors I have. Welcome. This is day 9 and lesson 8. This lesson talks about having role models and mentors. Now, the role of mentors in your life as a business person cannot be overemphasized. In this book, Femi Otedola rightly said that one of the things that made him who he is was the kind of mentors he had. If you note rightly, he dropped out of school after his secondary school, and his mom was not happy about it, right? His mom felt very, very hurt. But his dad supported him because his dad had watched him over time, and his dad became his mentor. Now, there's this thing that goes on in the eastern part of Nigeria, which has been adopted by Harvard, of course. It's called the Igba boy, the apprenticeship. Now, it has been said that that is one of the strongest form of education as concerns business, that virtually almost everybody that goes through that system of apprenticeship of Igba boy in the Igbo land becomes successful. And that's what Femi Otedola did for his father. Upon his father was his father, he still bad boy for his father. You didn't hear what I said. So this is very important in your business journey. There must be someone you look up to as a role model, and there must be someone you have as a mentor. You can have the both in one if you are privileged, but they are not the same. His father was his first mentor, and he did mentor him thoroughly. Now, one of the things you find out in this book, in this lesson, is that he differentiated the meaning between role models and mentors, giving instances. Now, while he was growing up, he looked out for people that were towing his path, people that were doing much more than him, that had similarities with him, that dropped out of school. And he found out that many of the billionaires in the world flunked out of school. But before you drop out of school, make sure that your father is a one-time governor, your father is a billionaire, your father you went to Harvard before you drop out of Uju Secondary School or Academic Federal Polytechnic in Owana, and you say you want to drop out. No, it doesn't work that way. Now, what is the difference between a mentor and a role model? Simple. A role model is someone that inspires you from afar, someone that has done so much. Like when you look at the person, you can almost idolize the person. You do want to be like this person. Now, this can be a form of inspiration for you, and you learn a lot from your role models. But who is your mentor? Your mentor is the one that trains you practically. In the book, rightly, we find out that the billionaire highlighted that you and your mentor must meet periodically. Now, your mentor is not someone that lives in the United States of America and you live in Ghana and you never get to meet each other in a lifetime. But thank God for technology anyways, because you can get to meet your mentor over a virtual call or whatever. But the strongest form is when you even get to meet this person physically, because mentors don't just teach you, mentors show you. You need to see how your mentor talks to his people. You need to see how your mentor does leadership. You need to see how your mentor handles issues. Sometimes your mentors give you tasks to do, they give you responsibilities to carry out, and they will sit back and watch you carry it out so that they can correct you, so that they can watch you grow, because mentors play the role of trainers in your journey to making it in life, because this section is about growth and expansion. The role of a mentor cannot be overemphasized. To some persons, their mentor can be their biological father. That's one of the best gifts you can have as a business person or as a human being, where your father or your mother is mentoring you in that area of your life that requires mentorship. Now, also he also talked about proteges, because the more you grow, the bigger you grow, you begin to have people that want you to mentor them. And he cut some slacks for his proteges because he was cut some slack for by his mentor. He mentioned then when he was growing, he would ask his dad for any of his used briefcase, and his dad would rightly give it to him. Secondly, he could also ask his dad. Remember the beginning of this book where he wanted to cut nails for his dad's friends. So his dad trusted him with that leverage. Don't be ashamed of the leverage you have by your mentors, because that's the premise of your growth. Now let me say this: mentorship is about questions and answers. If you are not asking the right questions, you probably wouldn't know the right answers. And it's not a mirage, it's something that is real. Now, there's a gap between a mentor and a mentee, and that gap is filled with respect, because it must be reciprocal. He rightly mentioned that a mentor must respect his or her mentee, because his dad didn't downplay on his ideas. His dad never took him for granted, in as much as he was mentoring him. Lastly, in this book, he talks about role models. Now, who are your role models? Your role model is not your mentor, or your role model can also be your mentor. For instance, you're a minister, you're in Nigeria, you've never gone out of the country, and Archbishop Duncan Williams is your mentor. It doesn't work that way. So your mentor is someone you can run to when you have issues, when you need some kind of tutelage in a particular area. And also, he's someone that looks out for you too. Your mentor should be able to mention your name in some rooms. Your mentor should be able to recommend you after he has ascertained that you've learned how to do the job, and you can be able to carry out some assignments. So lastly, in this lesson, succeeding is easier when you find an experienced mentor that is willing to impact you with the right knowledge you need. I'll ask you a question: is your mentor your mentor, or are you mentoring your mentor? It's one thing to call someone your mentor, it's another for the person to be mentoring you, because the relationship of a mentor and a mentee is not an illusion, it's a practical one. You have access to your mentors watch what you do, and then over time talk about what you do, watch you improve, and find a way to impact the right knowledge to you. Sometimes your mentor will help you open doors that will naturally slam at your face by your own strength. Mentorship shortens the time of trial, shortens the time of hard work for you as a business person, or whatever it is that you are doing. It's good to have mentors, and you need them for the journey ahead of you. See you tomorrow at day 10. I'm excited about day 10 already. Take care.